you guys?
Good.
Doing great.
That was a bit anticlimactic. We could do this again. No. I think everyone's kind of like exhausted now from the 2 weeks, 2 months, not 2 weeks. Wish if it was 2 weeks. 2 months of hacking, building, ideating, sharing their knowledge, designing, developing, all of that, and we're finally here, coming to a close of the tournament. Our second Legends of Lightning. We started this last year as a platform to help founders, makers from all over the world be able to launch their ideas and make it into a reality. We've seen some amazing success from projects which won, which didn't win, which just used it as a way to push the development of their projects forward. And Philip, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But we're here again, and thankfully to Fulga Ventures, which was quite gracious to drop 2.5 Bitcoin on the prize pool for us again this year. We were able to set up this amazing event, and we are with the 10 finalists now, right? And we're going to be doing some quick pitches. Trying to keep it short, under 5 minutes. Just want everyone in the community to see what amazing work these guys have been doing. We'll also be reaching out to some of you individually. You probably have been hearing from Dalia already for being on the Meet the Makers series that we have, where we'll do kind of like more one-on-one and kind of longer episode with you guys. But for now, it's just quick fire to give people a flavor of the amazing stuff that you guys have been doing at Legends of Lightning. We're going to be starting off with Bitcoin Connect. So I'm going to get everyone else on off of stage right now, and we will start the presentations. Let us go. Let's see this. There's no button. If there was a button I could press to just like zap everyone, it would be easier. But now this is kind of like, okay, almost there. There we go. Bitcoin Connect, you're first up.
BitConnect. No, that was something different, right?
Hopefully.
All right. Can you guys see my screen? Can you put it up, John? Awesome, amazing. So welcome everybody. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown about what Bitcoin Connect is. So with Bitcoin Connect, we're trying to foster Bitcoin adoption by providing the easiest and most seamless way for you to add Bitcoin payments to your web application. We want to provide best-in-class payment experiences, but we also want to support a wide range of wallet connectors, make it easy for users to bring their own wallets to web applications, and especially make it easier for developers, because they are like the ones who need to integrate this stuff into their apps, right? How does this work? Bitcoin Connect is basically a library of web components that you can use with any front-end framework there is. You can even integrate it into plain JavaScript and HTML websites. And you can use it to provide seamless payments for users in your app by literally just adding a few lines of code. All you need to do is fetch an invoice and call the launch model API, which will fire up this model on the right. And Bitcoin Connect handles all the complexity for you, basically. So we take care of all the different connectors there are, whether you are connecting with an extension like Albi, Savvy, or others. Whether you want to connect to with your own node using Nostr Wallet Connect, or even if you want to connect with OAuth APIs or mobile wallets, you as a developer have like one standard way of presenting payments to your users, and they can just simply in a very simple way pay them. So let's do a quick demo of how this would look like in practice. We just integrated all of these awesome things into the website. So the website isn't just like a presentation, but it's also using this library. And what you as a user do first is you connect your wallet. You will be presented with a wide range of options. You can connect your LM bits or your Umbrel node with recently launched Mutiny integration. I'm going to just use an extension for now. You'll see this prompt. It will ask me to fetch the balance. And within a second, you have connected your wallet to this website. And what you can do now is with a click of a button, basically, you can do payments. And all you need to do is click confirm. It will ask you again, depending on which connector you use. And the awesome thing about this is that it's also working on mobile. So also in places where you don't have the option to install a browser extension. It's basically a super easy way, especially for new people, I think, to add Lightning payments without needing to care about all the complexity. We've also done mobile designs that will work flawlessly also on small screens where you maybe want to connect with your mobile wallet. And we've also seen quite some integrations. We've been very lucky like working with these guys. Just to name a few integrations, it's been integrated on Zap.stream, on Hardware.news, Zapdit, and Nostrudel, just to name a few. We've received awesome feedback, and what made me most happy about it is that they told us, hey, I am surprised how easy it was to integrate this. So it doesn't matter whether you want to build an AI app, like some prompt-based thing, whether you want to create a game or even an e-commerce store or whatever. It's just a few lines of code to add, and you can simply equip any website with Lightning payments. Some words about our further plans. We obviously want to push further wallet and app integrations, of course, but we also see this as kind of a blueprint for completely other platforms. So we're already thinking about like native apps, how we could leverage them to integrate these things, game engines, and so on. And to make it even easier for you to get started with this library, we're currently in the process of publishing some template libraries on Replit, where you can simply fork projects and have some cool startup projects, basically. That's about it, I think. If you want to learn more about Bitcoin Connect, check out our website. We have some docs up there, and if you have questions, feel free to hit us up. We're more than happy to help and would love to get your feedback. Thanks.
Awesome. Our next project is going to be Cascadier. Hopefully I'm saying that correct. Rene, Jacob, Roland, that's amazing work. Uncle Jim, do you got any comments on that presentation just before we?
I think it's great. I'll probably try to integrate it with my app. I think better tooling for this type of stuff is very much needed. I think as Bitcoiners, we're so advanced technologically, we forget that we need to help new people get in easily. And I think this project is great for that. So thanks for your work, guys.
we're definitely seeing kind of like over the past couple of years, we've definitely seen this transition of like, some of the tools, the developer tooling were like really lacking, and now we have like so many different abstractions, Lightning Address, WebLN, like now this Bitcoin Connect thing that will allow developers to integrate Lightning into their apps, and maybe at other hackathons it's like some junior high school hackathon or something, and we get like these devs just copying and pasting web components because they're just learning HTML or something. So yeah, I really like this kind of stuff for the expansion of the field. Awesome work. Okay, Uncle Jim, thank you so much, Roland and team. And
Thank you.
yeah.
Great.
Could you guys exit the studio? Still, everyone, these people have been working incredibly hard for the past 2 months. Show them some love. Check out their pitches on BoltFun, and share the stream so other people can see what the awesome stuff is happening in Bitcoin. They say Bitcoin is boring, but I don't think so. Uncle Jim, how are you?
All right.
I'm fantastic. How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm good. The stage is yours, buddy.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
We can see it.
Okay, fantastic. Hi, everyone. I'm presenting on behalf of the Cascadr Data Buffets team. I am Uncle Jim 21. Our team is myself, CM Druid on GitHub, and Coach Chuck FF on GitHub. We are based out of Pleb Lab in Austin, Texas. So I want to start off with an image. This is an unsettling image, which is a depiction from a novel written in 1920 Soviet Russia about life in the future. It depicts a future in which all citizens live in a totally transparent housing and are forbidden from concealing anything from each other or from the authorities. The book is actually the first dystopian novel. It's called We by Yevgeny Zamyatin, and it was heavily influenced both Orwell and Huxley's dystopian works. Now look around you in 2023. With the surveillance apparatus and development of AI, can we really say confidently that we're not much better off? Can we really say that we're on a better path? It's arguable that we're worse off. Just a little bit about me real quick. I'm an American libertarian, strong advocate for civil liberties. I've left many projects, including my fiat job, over violations on ethical grounds, which were laid bare in both 2020 and 2021. I left and didn't look back, and now I'm focused on Bitcoin, Lightning, and other projects that align with my values. So let's cut into the problem. 2023 could be described as the year of AI. The AI revolution has been celebrated because of the many productivity gains that it presents, but it also presents numerous problems. A perfect template of where I think we could head is just looking at Google. They went from a high quality product with a lot of promise in the 2000s to an ossified giant that is a centerpiece of corporate state partnership and surveillance. These are the corrosive effects of centralization, and I predict the same will play out with AI if we allow the tools to centralize and do not act to build parallel systems that are decentralized. We've seen this movie before. We'll face issues with privacy, censorship, denial of service, and monopolistic rent-seeking that will deprive us of the true potential to improve the human condition with AI. So what can we do? I say we need to build. But I think we need to not just be on par with centralized tech. We need to be better with our decentralized networks. The only way to do that is to take advantage and maximize the advantages from Bitcoin, Lightning, Nostr, and other tools to provide uncensored, high quality, lower cost applications that truly tap into the free markets. We've engineered a new NIP called NIP 105 or Data Buffets, and our flagship client Cascadr around these goals with some great success. NIP 105, aka Data Buffets, is a spec for users to discover, consume, and review paid API services through Lightning. It's a simple, scalable, and decentralized in a way that removes rent seeking from as many stages of the process as possible. It uses Nostr as the order book and Lightning as the payment rails, where clients can transact with service providers around the globe without revealing any unnecessary personal information. It creates an opportunity to decentralize, and due to its decentralized nature, creates tons of surface area for entrepreneurship to flourish. Let's cut into our flagship application, Cascadr. Cascadr creates a decentralized marketplace. It is a client for consuming NIP 105 Data Buffet paid Lightning APIs. You can think of it like a Lego set for L402 or paid APIs. We offer numerous services, each of which is discovered on Nostr and paid for anonymously with Lightning. You can get all the benefits of the AI revolution without surrendering your privacy from day one. We offer 6 wrapped L402 API services, which we packaged and built during the hackathon. These include a general purpose LLM, in this case is ChatGPT, AI image analysis, text to image generation, AI voice to text transcription, YouTube video extraction, and data storage. There are 2 ways to consume services on Cascadr. One is one at a time, as shown, as I'll show later in our ChatGPT demo. The other is with preset and user-defined workflows that allows users to daisy chain work L402s together in order to accomplish a specific goal. So let me just cut into a real quick demo. This is the application. I'm going to do it kind of like a cooking show and show you the finished product. But this is one example that uses an LLM in order to generate a higher quality text to image prompt. And this was the result. So I put in a very lazy prompt, just give me a landscape of Austin, Texas. And it came out with this. It filled in a lot of the gaps around the history and the landscape that resulted in a very high quality image. Likewise, I did another workflow, which is where I take a YouTube video. I took this BTC Sessions video and I plugged it in and wound up with this comprehensive transcription. So the way it works is that you just type in the YouTube video. We have a service that collects the data and then forwards it to the Whisper transcription API. We also have other services. Next, I'd like to demonstrate the individual consumption. So in this case, you can actually come in, use ChatGPT anonymously, and just use them one at a time. So right now, I press the enter button, and that will automatically prompt my Alby wallet to pay from a budget that I had already preset. And now it's calling the API endpoint. I asked it, what is the Lightning Network? And it came out with a pretty good and descriptive response that helps educate me.
Very awesome.
Yeah. So next I want to go over the roadmap real quick. So really I see it as 3 stages. The first stage is focusing on bringing more services online. We want to make a simple client for sellers to bring proxies for centralized services, just like what you'd seen previously. This knocks out a low-hanging fruit by increasing the anonymity set of centralized services that are already pretty high quality. So what does it look like? We think it's something like an application you can run from Start9 or Voltage dashboard that connects to your node and lets you put in your API keys, set your price, and forget it. So you can stack sats for contributing to the anonymity set and helping your peers achieve privacy. The second stage, we will do major upgrades to Cascadr to make it a great workbench for experimentation, building, learning, and shipping L402 endpoints and workflows. We'll have numerous UX improvements. We'll have new ways to discover new services, save workflows, and share workflows. We'll also have more ways to pay beyond WebLN, maybe even Bitcoin Connect. As much as we love Alby and we love Moritz, we think there's some other ways that this UX could be improved. And we're also going to ship custom workflows. So we're going to make it so that instead of just having a static workflow like shown, you will be able to construct them. And we laid the groundwork for that for an open source library that we'll be releasing for that as well. Lastly, and possibly most importantly, we want to help people bring custom LLMs and other tools to market. We see a huge opportunity for creating custom LLMs with domain expertise, and we want to give builders the services and resources they need to collect, store, and process data for training and fine-tuning of models. And most importantly, give them a marketplace where they can reap the benefits of their hard work.
Hey there, Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim, yeah. I'm going to have to cut you off there. We're at 7 minutes now. I want to keep it brief, but very, very awesome work. And, one thing that really stands out with this project is flowcharts. Is that what you call it? The one where you connect the different nodes and stuff? Yeah, because the next project that we have, Minimaxes, also has a very similar kind of UI. What did you think of that one, Minimaxes, Bruno? Bruno. You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's super cool. I'm looking at it. I'm astonished. It's really cool project.
Yeah. Let's get your stuff up here. Let me see. Wait, hold on. We have your screen here. Do you want your screen or your slides?
Yeah, the slides first.
The slides?
Please.
Okay, cool. No problem.
Yeah, so hello everyone. First of all, I'm really, really, really proud to be here. It's like amazing to see all these crazy, amazing, great, awesome projects. And I'm really honored to be among every great one of them. We are Minimaxis. We build this AI. And first of all, like, let me ask you, people who are watching us, like, everyone like really like cypherpunks write code, right? Cypherpunks write code, but do you know how to write scripts? Do you know how to write mini scripts? Most of people don't. So it's scripts are really hard to write, and even mini scripts who are supposed to be easier, they are still not that easy. It's most of people don't know how to do it. Even like experienced Bitcoiners don't know how to code mini scripts. So this is what we do. This is a way for us to support developers, Bitcoin developers. So we built this AI who is an expert on Miniscript. So if you go to any AI over there, ChatGPT or any other, and you try to learn Miniscript, it will hallucinate, will write nonsense code. And so we wrote some Bitcoin specific AI for to support developers, but also to help people who just don't know. They are not developers, but they want to learn, so they can go there and ask, how do I learn? What are the basics? So it will teach you how to do it. It will teach from the basics. It can write mini script code that will do this, and it will write for you. It will assist. It will correct the code as well if you write something and you think it's wrong. So this is what we did. There is a really soon we're going to also make it as an IDE extension for VS Code and something more like this for Copilot, just like Copilot. And but okay, how can I trust my money in Miniscript? How can I trust my money with this? So what if it hallucinates? So we created these flowcharts. So every Bitcoin script can be encoded as a Merkle tree in Taproot. So if it can be encoded in a Merkle tree, it also can be shown as a flowchart. So we can translate the Miniscript code directly to a flowchart, but also we can simplify it. So this code right here, it can be simplified to this other one, which is much simpler. It's exactly the same thing, but it's really easier to check everything. So we'll look at the difference. It's much easier to understand what the code is doing. This is a Lightning HTLC, so it's complex. But when you see here, it's just like check this and that. It becomes much simpler. You can do it like running with your finger through the screen. So after this, we can like right now it's ready, alpha version. Of course, we have to improve a little bit more, but it's already live in our website, and then we can go further to make an expert in Bitcoin script, regular script. Also, we can start including like Lightning development kit, Lightning libraries, Bitcoin Core libraries and implementations. Also, RGB and other layer 2 solutions like Taproot assets, Nostr. And I want to show you a little bit on how it's in our. Can you show my screen now? So this is if you can see right here, you just input the code here. There's another website here which I can share it right here. It's just like ChatGPT. You can ask here, write multisig, and it will generate a multisig. It takes a while, so I won't be waiting here for it to show. And but it's already showing, hey, teach me Miniscript basics. So it's already teaching us how to do it. In this screen, if you can see it here, it's already teaching how to write the basics of Miniscript. And then when you get the code you want, you can put it here. It's on the same website, and it can plot the flow chart. So with this, you can check for sure if it's not hallucination. If it's not hallucinating. And yeah. So can you go back to my slides again, please?
Sure. Just to say we're on the 5-minute mark, but I'll give you a couple more seconds.
Okay. So yeah, this is to democratize this for everyone. It will reduce the barriers to writing Bitcoin related code. This is our team. I'm the only one who actually knows. Every other one was a no-coiner. Still this year, they are learning Bitcoin for me. they are really they're great. Like they are learning so much, and it was amazing. Everyone learned a lot in this hackathon, and thank you so much for everyone.
Thanks so much for participating. Like I really appreciate it. That's you onboarding like those devs who don't really know about Bitcoin is kind of like something that we really set out for in the beginning when we designed these tournaments and stuff. So it's really great to see like actually the new generation of developers coming in through a very practical route. It's like, hey, let's build something together. You'll learn about Bitcoin as you build. So really awesome job with the mentoring, and awesome work to your team as well. Philip, how's it going, man?
Hey man, hey Johns, how's it
What
going?
did you think about that presentation there?
That is pretty cool. We've been using Miniscript for quite a while, and yes, it is really, really hard. Like we were using it from the very beginning, and we were not sure whether it's our fault or whether it's just the library's broken or just gave us some random errors. So really appreciate the work on that.
I think there's a collaboration that could work out here. Breno, like if 10.10.1 needs like visualizations for Miniscripts and stuff like that, maybe you could do some user testing on like new products that you're creating.
And it's open source.
Yeah, exactly. But
Nice, I have to check it out.
Yeah, collaboration. All right, thank you so much, Breno. Ciao.
Thank you.
Philip, what's up?
All right. Then I'll share my screen. Entire screen. Here we go. All right. And
there we go.
Where are my slides? Can you see the slides?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep, I see. Breno, I'm really sorry you're backstage here. Could you like close the browser so then we could get some more people to come in? Yeah, you could watch on the YouTube. Cheers. Go on.
All right, let's go. Cool. It's an honor for me to represent the 10.10.1 team. We've been building USDP, the first non-custodial USD on Lightning. We are a team of four and a half, spread over the whole world. We are from South Africa to Australia to Austria, and I still don't know where SXBT69 is from. I think the rumor is he's just another AI, but we share the same core ideas, the same principles. We share the same vision. We believe that every user should be in control of their own keys. And oops, sorry, I didn't want to jump forward. And we believe that everyone should be able to manage their own risk. They should not be subject to counterparty risk. And that's why we are Bitcoiners and we believe in Bitcoin. But the problem with Bitcoin is that Bitcoin is so volatile that hinders its adoption. And in particular, in certain countries like El Salvador, where you can pay with Bitcoin, people fall back to altcoins and use stable coins or custodial solutions, or they swap really, really fast back to fiat because they cannot live with the volatility of Bitcoin. The problem is that there is no other solutions out there. And that's why we made it our mission to bring a USD stablecoin to Lightning. In fact, it's the first non-custodial USD on Lightning where there is no issuer, there is no token. It's just sats and a little bit of cryptography. And how does it work? A user holds sats in his 10.10.1 wallet, which is a Lightning wallet, a fully non-custodial Lightning wallet running on their phone. And then they swap into USDP. And while doing so, they engage in a CFD, which is a contract for difference. That's or differently called a perpetual future. He basically sells a BTC USD future. Sounds complex. We made it very simple and very easy in the app. And in fact, he now is just stable in US dollar while only holding sats. And we made this position divisible and transferable so that now it feels like he has a stable coin, but he can transact on the Lightning Network and pay invoices in a stable coin, but it's transferred as sats over Lightning. And in the Legend of Lightning hackathon, we went from 0 to hero. We started with just the concept and a quite basic, ugly UI. We had 2 awesome calls with the Bitcoin design community who really showed us which direction we should go and really helped us to build the right product. We launched publicly, and I'm pretty sure some of our users are currently watching this. So big thanks to you out there. We are aware of at least 2 active users in El Salvador who got a taste of the future, and we had over thousands of non-custodial USB transfers over Lightning. This is how our UI looked before the tournament, and now I want to give you a quick showcase on how it currently looks like. All right, you should now see 2 phones next to each other. On the left side, we see a 1010 wallet, which has a bit of a history already. And on the right side, we see a 1010 wallet, which was just funded with 900,000 sats. Let's assume the right side wants to receive some USDP. So he wants to be stable in US dollars. Let's say he wants to get $10 in USDP. And on the left side, he has a Lightning wallet with some Lightning sats, but just $4 of USDP. So first, he wants to swap into USDP. Let's say he swaps $10. And what happens now is he engages in a contract with a counterparty over the internet, over this Lightning channel, and now has $14 in his wallet. And he can then send it over Lightning. So wait, let's have a quick look here first. He only has 990,000 sats in sats and no USDP balance. And we want to receive $10. And what's happening is this is just a normal Lightning invoice, meaning the amount is set in sats, just a normal sats. And the sender says he wants to send it in USDP. We send it over Lightning. The sats will arrive at the user's wallet and then will be immediately transformed into USDP. And bam, he received USDP. That's awesome. And we have the USDP in the wallet.
Amazing.
Right.
And the best
I'm
part
probably
about
over the
this,
5 minutes, so
yeah. Yes, you were. But the best part about this presentation is confetti. Roy, one of the judges from Breathe, he said users love confetti. So that's why we had confetti when you upvote for a project on Bolt Fun. We did confetti. So hopefully, yeah. All right.
Every Lightning app needs confettis.
It always needs confetti. Actually, we were planning on working on at Peak Shift. We were planning on working on a library where instead of confetti, it's like Bitcoins, just like yeah. Never
I'll
made
use
time
that.
That's a hackathon project for somebody else. Philip, thank you so much. And we have another wallet that's doing some really cool things. Is Kumuli Pocket. How are you doing?
Hi, Philip. Great. It will be great. Thank you.
Bram.
Yeah. Do you have another team member on here, or it's just you?
Yeah, just me. Yeah, we have there's another team member. He's probably watching. So.
Okay, he's just watching. Hey there. What did you think about Philip's presentation? Have you checked out the project?
Yeah, it's pretty. I'm one of the users also. Yeah, that I'm testing it out, of course, and it's pretty cool. Lightning magic, and I like I'm pretty excited about the DLC contracts and everything that where we can eliminate some trust in certain use case. So it's very, very great job. very nice.
Awesome.
Maybe,
Thanks.
maybe there's something that some kind of collaboration between wallets, like with what you guys are doing and like users storing USDP or something. I don't know, but I'm just here to build links. I'm like the blockchain, just making links. Who knows? Cool things might come up from it. Bram, would you like to show us what you've been building?
Sure. Yes, I will share my screen.
Take care, fellow. Oh, my bones hurt.
Can you see the screen?
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Okay, great. So I'm Bram from Kumuli Pocket, together with Joseph, who did an amazing job on the UX design and research. We have been building Kumuli Pocket for the last 8 weeks of the hackathon. And basically, what we want to do with Kumuli Pocket is to eliminate frictions in the use of Bitcoin for day-to-day transactions and spending in a circular economy. I know this may sound very cliche and it isn't like a fancy new use case for Bitcoin, but actually I need it myself since BTC map is pretty empty in my town, sadly. But also we did some research, so we called out the Bolt Fun community and some other Bitcoin communities. And we found out that it's still not that conveniently to live completely on the Bitcoin standard. So we presented some parts of the survey also on bolt.fun, so if you want to check it out. In that research, we identified some problems and needs that Bitcoiners have when trying to live on the Bitcoin standard. And we set out 3 initial needs or problems to focus on. So with Kumuli Pocket, we wanted to create an app that has an easy non-custodial setup. So we believe that onboarding can even be easier with a non-custodial wallet than with a custodial wallet, because you can just manage the Lightning login, LN URL authentication, or any of those protocols that use the node and keys to authenticate. So we don't believe that a custodial wallet has better user experience or should have better user experience. And also we found out that Bitcoiners mostly send or want to send Bitcoin to their close contacts, so family, friends, colleagues, and of course that they find it very difficult now to find products and merchants and directly pay in sats. One factor in this is, of course, that we need to get the merchants on board, and we think that's more important than just telling them to receive Bitcoin. We need to keep them engaged and help them to get their great products or even great deals to Bitcoiners. So for them, we are creating this app in a way that it can be more of a promotional tool than just a Bitcoin wallet to receive Bitcoin. So in these 8 weeks, we have been creating like this vision through a prototype. And we also built a mobile application in Flutter, so it works already for iOS and Android. And so we try to keep, so we put a lot of effort in the user experience, make it very easy to navigate, easy to understand, and put some familiar touches that people that don't know Bitcoin will recognize from other app experiences. So basically, we have the Pocket tab here in the navigation, and this makes clear that this is a spending wallet. So we have the main functionalities for a spending wallet to send, receive, replace sats, or send stats to cold storage if you configure an extended key or something like that. Then because Bitcoiners want to send and want to onboard the people, their close relatives. So instead of always having to copy-paste an invoice, we try to make a more chat-like experience, so you can easily send Bitcoin to your contacts. You can also request, so without having to send an invoice through another channel, you can just request the funds. And then in the case you get a funds request, you can just easily confirm it and send the sats to your contact. And for to help Bitcoiners find products to spend their sats on. We first focused on showing them promotions from merchants we onboard, so they can filter them. They can look at them. They can filter them by their destination, because we know Bitcoiners want to support their local economy, local merchants. And we do not want to collect personal data and make recommendations based on data we collect. So we made it very easy for the user itself to configure what he wants to see, which services he's interested in. He can get a merchant map from his region. And so we have thought about later adding more products and services like transportation tickets, stuff like that. But for now, for the first release, we will focus on promos. And then if you yourself are a merchant, and actually here we focus on small or individual merchants. So we made it very easy for them to start selling their products and to onboard them. So they don't need a separate account. They can just register their merchant, or if they already are registered, they can just switch to store mode. Here they can see the balance of all the promotions they sold. They can see some sales numbers. They can easily generate invoices continuously, like some kind of point of sales application. They can scan promo codes from persons that bought their promos, and they can manage the posts, so the promos they made, create new promos, and see their stats. So for the working app, actually everything is working, and that's mainly thanks to the use of Breeze SDK as some kind of embedded Lightning nodes. So in this way, we could offer non-custodial Lightning to users without the need for them to set it up. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, we're going a little off time. But one thing that you mentioned, I think it's like super important to highlight. It's you just can't tell merchants like, oh yeah, accept Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It's kind of important to like why go through all the training and overhead if like no one's coming and paying in Bitcoin,
Yeah, exactly. So we want to keep them engaged and make them send posts and really see Bitcoiners get to their business, and also they can get creative, so they can just, I don't know, give a promotion for a cocktail, but then the person still has to buy the main dish, and then they are still free to choose fiat or something, but just so they can attract Bitcoiners.
Exactly. Really awesome. I'm so sorry to cut you off there.
No problem. Thank you.
Work and stuff. Thank you so much for participating. And something that I've been singing the tunes of forever is contactless in Bitcoin applications, and I'm so happy that we're finally starting to see it. And another project that is also has this contactless concept is Split sets.
Hi guys.
Sure everyone is on.
Hi, guys.
Where's Nadia? There we go, Nadia. There. Hey.
Hi guys.
What did you think of the presentation?
Yeah, it was quite good. Every project really excited.
Yeah.
There's several of the guys that we want to integrate with. So yeah, indeed.
We find really interesting the USDP from 10.1 to integrate with us, because later we show.
Let's go. Like collaboration. I'm making the change right now. Let's go.
Everything started from collaboration. So.
You want to present? Thank you so much, Bram. Amazing work to you and the team. Really.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Let me do this.
Yeah, why Nadia is going to present.
Yeah, I will share my screen.
So as you said, collaboration.
It will be this.
Space that's born from a collaboration.
Exactly.
Thanks also from guys from Hub 21 from Bulgaria that helped us, Belgrade, that helped us in the first stages.
Oops, sorry. Sorry there, Brian. I put it wrong. That's not you.
Wrong project.
Nadia, that was a powerful pitch. I tell you that.
Well, I get passionate about certain
No,
topics,
I love it.
and this is one of them. And I can also tell you that we've done a lot of interviews with people from different parts of the world, and it's also something that we experienced in our own skin. So it's we definitely wanted to address an existing problem and give people the tools that they can use in their everyday. But let me go to the pitch. So please meet split sats, groups, split bills, and settle up in Bitcoin. What is our purpose? Well, our purpose is to unleash Bitcoin's potential to solve real-world challenges related to social and financial coordination. We focus on Bitcoiners and their friends to help Bitcoiners onboard more people into the space. We focus on BTC builders and teams to manage their team expenses and reimbursements. We also focus on the underbanked and remote communities to help them with peer-to-peer remittances, loans, on-ramp and off-ramp tracking. And we focus on digitally native because we will use and give them a chance to earn greater perks and cashback rewards in BTC. So now let's talk about the problems. Different parts of the world have different financial needs and problems. And that is evident if you ever traveled in the global north, if you traveled in the global south, if you have friends from all over the world. So the global south faces hyperinflation, crippling fees, including expensive restricted transactions, underbanked persons, big predatory black market economies where cash is king, regulatory limitations and censorship. The global north faces inflation, high fees due to multi-currency friction, and regulatory limitation and censorship. So what is the solution that unites them all? Well, it's SplitSats. It's an open source peer-to-peer financial coordination layer built on social Nostr. SplitSat uses Bitcoin as a common denominator to address these challenges and to serve these diverse communities. We solve problems related to currency friction, inflation, costly services, and we serve the underbanked. What is SplitSats? Well, we have a built-in accounting functionality, AI-powered scanning of invoices, and of course manual entry, ability to lock BTC exchange rate or let it fluctuate based on your risk appetite, and of course an alert to group members if invoices have not been paid. We also integrate with wallet of your choice. So how does it work? Well, if you're already on Nostr, just download SplitSats and paste your key and you're ready to go. If you're not on Nostr, we will generate a link that you can send to your friends and find them where they are, whether it's via Facebook, Instagram, or whatever that might be. And you will earn rewards the more you use the app and the more friends you onboard. You connect with your wallet, add your expenses, you add context to the group, and then you track and settle payments instantly within the app. Product onboarding. As you can see, can find your friends, onboard them. Simple links, add friends, send them via WhatsApp, Telegram, wherever they are. We will find users where they are. Open the message, click the link, and you're ready to split. Product sign-in and account creation. Sign in with your Nostr account. Create a new Nostr account if you don't have it in a few easy steps. Your keys, your account, use Nostr private key, and you're ready to go. Of course, Nostr Wallet Connect. And groups. Find your contact easily and fast. Create groups with friends and colleagues and family. Add those manually or scan them. Pay everyone Lightning fast. Why now, will you ask? Well, firstly, going to bring adoption. We capitalize on this momentum that we see right now. The needs are greater than at any other times, and the adoption is ramping up. There's also a need for streamlined tools. So we address several pain points by aggregating different tools in one app. We enhance user experience and by this promote accessibility. We cater for BTC teams. We discovered that BTC teams struggle and face challenges with global expenses coverage and financial operations. And we focus on the infrastructure that's already been built. So we aim to integrate and provide a cheap and user-friendly app that can be used for everyday transactions. Partnerships. as said, we will not build everything from scratch. We will integrate. We have powerful accounting functionality with exchange rate lock, payment tracking on top of Nostr chat feature. User privacy, security, end-to-end encryption, decentralized storage. This is what we're about. Future partnerships are planned with Bolt, Bitwage, Breeze SDK, Hole Punch, and PayJoin. This model, we will charge a micro fixed fee per settled transaction through the app. You will never actually mind because it's so small compared to the value add. We'll experiment with partnership models, eliminate user fees as much as possible. We'll have premium features to serve the wider needs and make it accessible through the pay-per-use by microtransaction, and we will gamify it for users. The more you use the app, the greater perks you get. So the rewards program is at the core. If you invite your friends, you will get additional sats for each transaction you make through SplitSat. You will get additional perks and rewards. And competitive positioning, as you see, we are competitive positioning. Here we are. We compare to Revolut. Of course, they do a lot of things, but they're not peer-to-peer. They do not give you that decentralization. They do not give you that privacy that we offer. Strike is offering something, but not everything. Rawama, who is also in the competition, offered some features, but not everything. Our financials, as you will see, we want to target countries that already have great BTC adoption. We will want to target people under the age of 34 that are digitally native and want to participate in a more democratized and decentralized economy to solve some of the current challenges. I will not bore you with our financials, but we're calculated. And as you can see, our business plan is solid. And now to the team, Gianluca, Walter, Shahab, and Francesca, decentralized team, and by skills and geography. Thank you very much. I'll stop here.
Amazing work, amazing work. Starbull, Pleb AI, what do you think about that? Do you have the need to split your bills in your business or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think the more and more apps we get to make it easier for the users to use is when we are going to get more users into using Lightning.
Exactly. Yeah. At the hub in Belgrade, we religiously use Splitwise. Actually, one of the teams that are coming up next from Atlanta, Stephen DeLorme from Atlanta. He's the one who introduced me to Splitwise a few years ago. But all this is quite interesting, and like as you mentioned about like the user adoption with these kind of like use cases and stuff, is definitely these are the kind of things that like we see outside in the world that like normal regular people use, and that like existing products like don't fill the market, like aren't able to do because they haven't integrated Bitcoin for whatever reason. Yeah, so yeah, very interesting project, amazing work, guys. Great to see where you guys came from to where you guys are now. Keep it up.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Star Builder. I think we should...
John, I also have my co-founder Edge. Should be joining as well.
Edge. I always pronounce his name as Eggy.
Eggy.
That's actually right. It's Egge.
It is Eggy?
It is Egge. I'm from Germany, but people don't, right?
Nice. How are you doing, Egge?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Amazing. Yeah, you guys have just been like added at our tournaments. And
yeah.
Really
this is the third one. Yeah, so we've been kind of going at it, and the good thing is we keep building alongside, so we can see the updates that we post on both Fun and the progress, and it's been an amazing journey.
Yeah, I think that's like looking back, when you guys are multi-billion-dollar businesses, unicorns and stuff, you'll be like, oh, you remember that little Bolt Fun thing that we used to post on? They're still around. All right, go for it.
All right, thank you. Hi, I'm Star Builder. My co-founder, Edge. We built Pleb AI. We started back in, I think, AI for All hackathon back in June. So every 10 to 15 years, there is a platform shift on the technology side. We saw this from PC to web to mobile. And if you're following the tech this year, you know another major platform shift is happening with AI. And what's cool about this is both Nostr and Lightning are going to play a major role in this next shift. Creating an AI app is super easy. There are a million domain with the .ai sites, and 10,000 of them are operational. Simply, build a UI, get the API from OpenAI and a couple of others, and then make it a product. However, Pleb AI is very different because every other the 10,000 AI sites that you might have seen all have email as login and then credit card as payment. Whereas here, we built it without any login, just a single user interface, and then you pay by sats as you go through. Now, you can see here why there are this many AI agents, right? So when you come from the web to the app store to the AI world, you actually bring kind of like the same mental model where each of these agents have a specific skill and a knowledge, so that you don't have to go in and start with the prompt and then kind of like start to put in all the information needed. So in here, when we started I think with 10. The community actually started building this, and I think right now we are over 200 agents. It is so simple to create an agent. Anyone can do it. You can just click the create agent, put in the information, and then another cool thing about using Lightning here is you can simply put in your Lightning address, and then once you do that, then whenever we get sats for this agent, we do a commission split directly to your Lightning address. So anyone person sitting in Lagos, Nigeria, or Manila, Philippines, can actually make money by just building an agent with some knowledge and with some information. All these agents, as I said, they have specific skills. If you look at, for example, like the image generation, each one, like if you get Journey, you may have to build up your own prompt, build up your own set of skills to kind of like get the right image you want. Whereas here, you can pretty much pick the one that you want to do, and then you can just simply click the prompt. Even better, you can actually view the sample messages or sample images that others created, so that you can say you want to kind of like use the prompt from this image right away. You can actually see the prompt, and then if you want to change it, you can change it and you can run it. So we want to kind of make it easy, make it community based, so that everyone can kind of start using this. And then also another major difference is that we use open source models. We do not use the OpenAI or the Anthropic or all these closed source models that are from Silicon Valley. We use like Mistral, Llama 2, and over the last few months, I have seen so many open source models that come in that are much better than the closed source ones. And then you can also create private agents just for your own. For example, I created my own, and then the cool thing about here is you can actually attach PDF documents like knowledge to this agent. In this case, I just attached like a rental document. Once you do that, then pretty much you can ask questions about the document and can use that to provide that inference. So again, we want to make it easy, simple, and then build as we go through, and then people kind of like start to use it. And the cool thing that what we have seen is I've been building in Lightning for the past 3 years. This is one place where people are paying in sats. Like we are already racking in sats as each agent, and then of course we are paying some the hosting and the API providers in dollars, but the sats racking in are actually more than what we pay for. So let me generate a quick image here. There you go. Okay, all right. So I'm going to just pick any image here. I'm going to pick, for example, like, oh, that's like a big one. So you can literally create any image here using the agents. We also started expanding this. So all these agents that you see, they have a Nostr profile. So they are actually a Nostr user. So you don't have to actually come to Pleb AI to use it. You can directly use it with directly going into Nostr, and then they will respond to. You can create images directly from there.
Amazing work.
Edge,
amazing.
you want to kind of like just talk about the roadmap?
I think we're hitting our limit here. Something that I just wanted to quickly emphasize on is just like Arun mentioned just now, these are actually profiles running on Nostr, so you're not confined by our user interface. You're not confined by our service at all. You can actually use other clients, other interfaces to interface with these agents. And this is something that we've been actively working on during this hackathon as well, to build out an SDK so that you can, on your own website, the SDK wraps all the functionality that you need. It wraps the Lightning payment, it wraps the Nostr connection. So it's like 10 lines of code, JavaScript that you have to put on your website, and you can now have an interface with any of these agents through the Nostr protocol, not actually connecting through any of our services. Arun is just like putting it up here on the screen. We built a demo for the Alby website where you now actually connect through the Nostr network to Alby GPT, which is a Pleb AI agent. Yeah, but I know we're at the limit. Thank you so much for the stage. It was an awesome journey building this during the hackathon.
Over the hackathons, you mean like?
Oh yeah, really.
Again, thank you. I hope that, well, I guess you guys are getting value or at least having fun with it. So really, I'm honored to be having you like consistently and to be able to create these events that you keep joining. So I really, really appreciate it.
Thanks,
very
John.
Brian, you're also working on this project as well.
What's up? Yes, I am.
Yeah, tell us about it. What do you think about Pleb AI?
I think it's interesting. I like it. I in the list in the email, I remember my eyes going directly to it and being like, "Ooh, competition."
no, collabtition.
No, collabtition. Yeah, for sure. No, it's very cool. I played around with it. I had a lot of fun. So great job, you guys.
Yeah, and the catalog is just getting so great. But you have a different angle, right?
I do.
The pie is always, let's make the pie bigger. Let's not just think that we have to eat from the same small pie. Brian,
Absolutely.
Let's go. Abbott.
All right, cool. Well, thanks, John. Thanks, everybody. So my name's Brian. I'm from Atlanta, ATL BitLab, and this is Abbott. So it's short. Abbott is actually short for ATL BitLab Bot, and he is your friendly neighborhood Bitcoin bot. So Bitcoin communities. So these communities are all around the world. They're local, and people from the local community go there to learn about Bitcoin, how to buy it, how to secure it, how to code it, things like that, how to spend it. What is the problem, right? The problem is that organizing it means you have a lot of overhead, right? A lot of things to do. You have to help people find where you are, like how to park, lots of frequently asked questions that are redundant. And then most importantly, I think you have to keep things fun and interesting by having events and also keep the chat going. But like most human beings, organizers are human beings, their time is scarce, right? So how can we give them a hand? How can we help them out with all these problems? So enter Abbott, right? That's the solution here. Abbott is a Lightning-powered AI bot who helps Bitcoin community organizers by telling people how to find your meetup, answering those frequently asked questions, but also frequently asked Bitcoin questions, and most importantly, keeps things fun and interesting for the community. So how does he work, right? So you add him to your Telegram chat, enjoy his responses and his witty dialogue and banter, and he does charge a small fee. Right now, we're doing, with the launch of it and the launch of the hackathon, we're doing a 50K SAT credit to start. So everybody that adds into a group chat will get 50,000 sats for free. And then if you ever want to top that up, you just simply pay him over Lightning, right? And anybody can pay that invoice from any wallet, you know, at any moment within the chat. So let's stop talking about it and go see it. So if you go to abbott.atlbitlab.com, you'll get this page, and you can click use Telegram, and you can click group chat. We try to streamline this a little bit. So the Telegram UI can be a little wonky, but basically you have two options. Let's say you're on your computer and you have a phone and you'd rather do it on your phone, you could scan this. Or if you're like me right now on the computer, you could click add. And that's going to prompt you to open Telegram. And then it's going to give you a drop down to say add to group. So let's add him to this group. So right now we're unplugging him from the matrix, getting him going, you know, bringing him up to speed about what's going on in the world. And so there you go. So he's introduced himself. Hey, I'm Abbott. This is how you interact with me. So in a group chat, you can tag him with his handle and ask a question or say a comment. He'll come running and answering. Or you can reply to one of his messages, and that will also prompt him to answer you. So let's say, so there you go. So, you know, just kind of just chilling, keeping it 100 with the Bitcoin knowledge. Bitcoin's just doing its thing, keeping the digital street secure. Price wise, it's always on the roller coaster. So there's a little more of a kind of fun, chill aspect to it, in the sense that he's got a personality. We want him to feel like he's part of your community. Like it's just another person that you hang out with, right, on a regular basis. And so let's say you want to go ahead and say, I want to top him up. I want to add a little bit. Let's retry that. There you go. So actually that was a good part of the demo. I didn't even plan to do that, and it worked out. So if you mess up, he'll give you a little direction there. Like, hey, what are you doing? You got to tell me what you want. All right, cool. So now he's creating an invoice. Right. And so he's kind of dumped a QR code and this long string. If you happen to be on your phone, you could copy that. And now anybody in the chat can pay this. And I want to highlight this because I think this kind of adds like a fun gamification. Bam. So I didn't pay that. Somebody in the group paid that. There you go. Stephen won. Good job. Thank you. I'll double your sats and send it back to you. So yeah, so I love this idea. At first I thought I toyed around with making this an admin feature, but I really think it adds like a fun, kind of cool way of gamifying your chat, but also kind of just like brings the community together. Like everybody can share the burden of paying bills, right? And so so with that, you know, want to talk about, and I'll leave this at least up a little bit, that way we can have, people can watch the show a little bit. But with that, I go back to, so oops, skip the slide. So the tech stack, right? So Python on the back end, Next.js on the front end, Telegram API. We are using OpenAI, and so of course there is a bill associated with that. And so that's kind of what I was getting at with the community sharing, right? Community organizers also buy pizza, they buy beer, right? This could help you kind of monetize part of that to cover some of your costs potentially, but also it's, you know, a resource that can be funded by the whole community. So it's not just like the organizer's responsibility to pay for the bill on this thing. And so on that note, something that Pub AI mentioned that I want to also highlight with ours, I love that theirs is using open source models. That is definitely on our roadmap. In the near future, we want to try and put in alternate LLMs and make it more open source on that back end side. But also, you know, we onboarded him to Nostr during Nostrasia. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to launch that, but that is also on the roadmap. Another a key thing that I think would be fun is having like a global chat, kind of like nostrchat.io has, where you can go to abbott.atlbitlab.com one day, not yet, you know, .com/chat maybe, and then we use decentralized identifiers to simply create a login-less experience. So you can just start chatting with them, right? Or in a DM or in like you know, in a global chat. And then better customization, right? So if like you add Abbott and you're in, let's say, Miami, he might talk a lot about Atlanta, So maybe we don't want that happening. Maybe we want to give organizers the ability to kind of tune that. So that's also on the roadmap. Oops. And this is the team. So myself, we've got Jordan, Ida, Annie, Brandon, Weird Robot. Annie, this was her first hackathon ever. So very, very happy for her. Yeah, so team effort, very much love all these guys. Very happy that we got here. Honored to be here. And that's it. So check us out, abbott.atlbitlab.com, or you can go to our github.com /atlbitlab/abbott. It's open source. You can clone it, fork it, run your own, all of that good stuff. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Brian.
How'd I do on time, Johns?
You did well. You did well.
Okay.
I went over a little bit.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. What I would say is that we have this hub in Belgrade, and we're also kind of like going through a lot of those kind of issues of like, how do you get the community engaged? They are cost that we're covering for certain things. So yeah, I really like that you made it not an admin feature. Darius, what did you think about that?
It's
you guys
great.
have a community too. You think you?
Yes, you have a huge community today, and I guess you could make good use of that to add a lot of vibrancy and liveliness to the entire community. Definitely, yeah. Good, Ryan and the team.
Yeah. By the way, I'm sorry for smoking on thing. Actually, I'm not. I've been doing it for years. but
do you, Johns? Do you, brother?
It's after 10 here. I'm like, come on, you need to give me a break.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for showing up, you guys. ATL BitLab, you guys have shown up for the last two hackathons, like in a really big way. Really appreciate it. And,
thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely.
Cheers.
All right, Darius, you're up next.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone, depending on where you are. I'm Darius from Hefa Labs. So today we are here to talk about more than technology. We are here to empower the trustless future with Nostr assets. We have combined the best of three worlds to develop Nostr assets, whereby instant settlement is possible with Lightning Network. Business logic can be integrated with Nostr to coordinate users to achieve their desirable results, and issuance of multi-assets is achievable with Taproot assets, leveraging the endured security of Bitcoin. The key proposition of the entire stack is that all the technical complexities, such as its underlying cryptography, has been extracted away. And this delivers a simple, powerful, last-mile solution that can be easily employed or deployed by users and developers. So now let's take a look at the first application that we have built on top of Nostr assets, a marketplace for trading Taproot assets. Here's the user interface for our web app. You can easily access via your computer or mobile phones. Now let's connect to our Nostr wallet that we have installed as a browser extension. It's just a click to connect. And now under our portfolio, you will see Satoshis, which is the smallest unit of Bitcoin, and also token A, B, C, which are Taproot assets. In the middle, it shows the amount and the equivalent value in both Satoshis and US dollar. On the right and above the portfolio summary, you get your quick buttons to help you to transfer, deposit, withdraw, and import assets. Now let's head to the marketplace to buy some token A. All right, I'm just going to take a buy order from the market itself. And then a prompt will pop up seeking your confirmation, and you need to approve and confirm it. Okay, the transaction is successful. Let me go back to the asset balance or portfolio page to check out if the transaction is indeed successful. Yes, it is. I have successfully exchanged some Satoshis for token A. So most importantly, what our protocol also conforms to the highest level of data integrity. All users executed actions are observable on our Explorer, is fully trackable, transparent, and tamper resistant. And these three key attributes are crucial for digital asset sovereignty. What's more amazing, instead of interacting with the front end, users can actually execute by sending natural language commands to Nostr assets. This is much, much faster and more convenient than interacting with the web app. Here's a scenario. Bob, I'm Alice, and Bob has requested me to send him some Bitcoin, and I asked for his MPUB. On the right, with natural language commands, I am able to save his MPUB on my address book. Also, I'm able to check my balance and transfer 10 Satoshis to Bob. We call this chat to trade. It works in any Nostr client today and any that will be built in the future. It's not just for users, but also developers. For example, our marketplace is actually built and empowered by chat to trade. So a couple of days ago, we also launched a new product. It's called the Lightning Starter. It seeks to provide a fair and transparent Taproot assets minting process by introducing like a unique combination of rules based on both the Bitcoin block hash and launch pool. On the left, it shows the participation phase, whereby there is 12 Zodiac pools with hexadecimal characters assigned to each pool, and each character may stake tokens to participate in those pools and be ranked by the amount of the tokens that they have deposited. On the right, it shows the lottery draw phase, whereby users are being drawn from each Bitcoin block when the last character of the block hash is matched with the ones assigned to the launch pool, as shown on the right, on the left. So our Lightning Starter is designed to be fair, transparent, and bot mitigant. And we have just concluded our phase 1 this early morning with more than 26,000 Nostr addresses. So what we have showcased is excellent examples of how our web application works and how chat to trade seamlessly integrated with it. So we have built this ground out from a highly extensible platform that developers can plug into. Not just us, but anyone can build on it. So everyone can build on it, anyone can build on it. Users will only take 30 seconds to learn to use, developers will only take 30 minutes to learn to deploy. It's incredibly easy. So we are not just talking about doing it, we already have astonishing results. We launched on mainnet on the 30th of October, just 12 days after the initiation of the Taproot assets. We did a Halloween themed airdrop to more than 8,000 Nostr addresses. We achieved trading volumes of 8 Bitcoins on the very first day. Our community growth has since then exploded, and we established ourselves as one of the largest Lightning node operators today, with more than 60 BTCs in total capacity. And most important of all this happened in less than 1.5 months. This is extraordinary. So what we have done has also led to a paradigm shift to the entire Lightning Network. On the very first day, we onboarded like 8,000 new users to Lightning Network, and today we have more than 75,000 active addresses. And most important of all, our launch has brought in unprecedented deposit volumes of more than 500 Bitcoins to Lightning Network, with each deposit sizing $1,100 on average. This game changers prior to our launch. Lightning Network has only been primarily used for microtransactions, for example, to pay for a cup of coffee. So to date, we have also achieved trading volume of more than 500 Bitcoins and generate a good amount of revenue. And most important of all, like I said, this all happens in less than 2 months. So we are a dynamic team of, so each of us is deeply rooted in the blockchain industry for more than 5 years. We have varied role in exchanges, DeFi, systematic trading. We have experience in building robust, high-performance trading infrastructure. So we have a custodial solution today, and we are looking to support our Taproot assets on Lightning Network on day 1. So we'll be launching like an order book, exchange, and analytical tools on a later date. So we will provide like a non-custodial solution in the future to enable self-custody of funds. So it's a unified layer. So if you believe in our decentralized vision, please join us. Thank you.
Amazing work, amazing work. And like, just to be clear there, because this is like quite an amount of work to do from a hackathon. You guys focused on like the growth part and launch during the tournament, right?
We did build part of it, but at the same time, we were trying to build up the Lightning starter.
Yeah.
The Lightning starter was actually before that.
Yeah, it's amazing that you guys got the same amount in revenue as the prize pool as well. No, that is fantastic. Congratulations on that. Resolver guys, what do you guys think of Taproot assets? Have you been able to try it out yet? Have you been able to try out the other assets as well?
I haven't, but I will. Darius, that's amazing, and I love all the traction there, and that's the sort of connective tissue and capability gains we need. So cool. Yeah, awesome job.
Yeah, I think one of our future tournaments and stuff, it might be just focus on traction and like trying to get to revenue and stuff like that, because like maybe it's like for projects that like like Pleb AI, who started at like 3 hackathons ago. There's an important part of like, you need to launch it out, you need to make that launch big, and you need to like get people using it, and it's not that easy at the end of the day. So like, amazing job on the tracker and what you guys have done on your launch. Thank you so much, Darius. We're going to be going into Resolver now. A really cool project.
Thank you, guys.
Ciao. Go on.
All right, great. We got it queued up. Yeah, it looks good. It looks like Aaron, you're able to join us here too, so welcome. Just a quick meet the team.
Hey guys.
Yeah, before I dive into it, obviously Aaron and myself, Aaron is really the genesis of this project. Practicing appellate attorney, authors the Bitcoin Brief, has pieces in Bitcoin Magazine, just all around Bitcoin legal guru. And then the rest of the team, it's an eclectic mix. A lot of Bitcoiners, some non-Bitcoiners, everything from the legal system to the Bitcoin ecosystem to open source hackers. Just an awesome group. And then before I get into it again, just thanks to the community, to Bolt Fund and everybody who's presented here today, and all the other teams. We can't thank the community enough. Some of the people from the community have actually become essential members of our team during the course of the project. So, we've benefited tremendously from it. So, just big thank you. And let's get into Resolver's final pitch here. So what's the problem? There's a need for open and decentralized justice, and it doesn't exist today. Today it's flawed, failing, and it's the most fiat thing you could ever imagine. So if anybody's ever had the distinct pleasure of taking part in the state court-run system, you know that it's comically dysfunctional, yet it's the least bad solution that we have. In fact, there are 4 billion people all over the world who would love to have this dysfunctional system, who currently live outside the bounds of reliable justice today without the protection of the law. And 54% of those are living under an authoritarian regime. So, forget about justice. It's a struggle just to even do simple transactional things or to start or run a business. And of course, there's the justice gap, very well documented between the haves and the have-nots. And it's an extremely expensive, lengthy process. Just a simple contract law dispute can run easily into the high 6 figures and take over a year to resolve. So this is the environment that we're looking at. And if we're trying to scale Bitcoin into widespread adoption, this is the system of law that we have to work with, and we do not think that is good enough. So, let's move into that future with a better solution. Enter Resolver. We're Bitcoin native. We use P2P technology to solve disputes quickly with fair and enforceable resolutions at orders of magnitude less cost. All you have to do is connect, send a dispute, and Resolver will generate a decision via an open source adjudication model. And that model is agreed to by all the parties before entering into an agreement. So we render that decision, we issue it through our Oracle, and then that releases the Bitcoin in one direction or the other. Pretty cool. And we're hoping with this thing to create a flywheel of justice, so to speak. The more types of disputes that we can solve, the more just types of disputes that will attract and will just increase and snowball that value. So why bounties? I think a lot of people here probably know us as the Bounty website. It's a good test bed. The Bitcoin community needs it. The FOSS community needs it. There's been some pretty harsh rugs in that industry in the recent past, which we have in our final pitch deck from earlier in the submission process. It gets pretty ugly, but also we want to use the solution ourselves to help build out the Resolver protocol and drive that community participation. So again, that community that's helped us so much and helped us get started, we want to turn the solution back over to the community to build out additional adjudication protocols and to use that as a service. So in terms of what we built for Legends of Lightning, I mean, we didn't have anything before entering into the hackathon, which is good and bad. It's good because we can really start from the beginning and greenfield it and go through that process. Bad because now we're wanting to do more scaling and things like that. Regardless, we did manage to launch our alpha, so it's live right now at resolver.io. We have our P2P bounty board for free and open source. It's decentralized, censorship resistant. It's built on Nostr. It issues P2P Lightning payouts through Zaps. We also have non-custodial DLC escrow that's released according to the results of our adjudication mechanism. And for that mechanism, we're actually using Nostr polling as the adjudication module, which is, of course, the first of many modules. And just to note some cool achievements that we had during the hackathon, we authored NIP 42, specifically Chris from our team. We have new use cases for other NIPs. And, again, there's a lot of really cool stuff and even more that's already underway since the close of the hackathon.
Yeah, Chris was updating the NIP right before we went on, actually. So he's still grinding as we speak. And he was one of those team members that we added. We came in with three members at the start, and we just built momentum and built team members as we went along. So that's been the coolest part of this process.
Yeah, it's been amazing and different than any other hackathon that I've ever participated in. We're looking forward to doing more with the community. And speaking of the community, what's next for Resolver? We want to empower communities to peacefully and voluntarily resolve their own disputes. We're building out bounty board enhancements, including creating spaces for specific communities and organizations to post their own bounties. And again, lots behind the scenes going on, including a Fedimint and Frost component that we've at least executed in practice on the test net. But lots of exciting things coming, and we're building out this structure for bounties. And that architecture will be used to address further use cases and adjudication modules. And you see a lot of those exciting use cases here. So I will just wrap it with this quote from John Locke: "Wherever law ends, tyranny begins." And Bitcoin is deeply rooted in the Enlightenment and Lockean philosophy, which is grounded to our natural rights being life, liberty, and property. Bitcoin definitely addresses property, but how do we secure our liberty in our lives? It's only through voluntary social contracts where we give our own consent so that the laws can protect these natural rights. Right now, the modern social contract system is broken with increasing legal oversteps. Some might call that tyranny. As Bitcoiners, we're building a better way through Resolver. We're doing it for the future of Bitcoin, for the world to gain access to restorative justice, and we're doing it for future generations to inherit a better world. And again, just like to thank everybody and keep building.
Thank you so much, Dave, Aaron. I also want to tell everyone to check out the last week Meet the Makers episode that we did. It's on our YouTube. We had like a really long discussion about all sorts of things, including philosophy and tech, relating to what the Resolver team is working on. Really, really cool.
Yeah, and I saw your bounty up there today, Johns.
Yeah. Yes. We have a bounty. Actually, this is the connections that I'm trying to make. We have a bounty up on Resolver, which is a hackathon project for the integration of Bitcoin Connect, which is another hackathon project. So, yes, really awesome. Let's see if anyone claims
Project
it.
inception all the way
Yeah.
down.
No, this is very important. This is how we support one another and stuff, so we build those connections. All right, guys, I'm going to take a 15-minute break, and then we will come back with the prizes, right? We've gone quite a bit over. I underestimated how excited everyone was to show off their projects and stuff, so really appreciate that. But yeah, I need to take a quick break, and we'll be back on and do the prize giving ceremony. All right. So I think I'm able to put some chill music in the background in the meantime. So you guys can decide: acoustic cinematic, dance pop, daydreaming, or into space.
Well, let's go to space.
I'm a space nerd
off.
as well. Yeah, it's an easy choice.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. We'll be back soon. All right. We are back again. I'm calling in from the cupboard, and it is time. It is time to announce the legend and the runners-up. It's been a long night. It's been a long judging process. And the judges have put in quite a bit of work here. I'm really proud and happy for all the contributions and stuff that we've gotten. I have to thank everyone again. Unfortunately, I'm usually here joined by someone. Marina isn't feeling well today. A lot of our team isn't feeling so well, so I'm a bit under the weather, but hey, we gotta keep going. Bitcoin doesn't sleep, right? All right, so Legends of Lightning. This is a tournament that started in October, and it got finalized. At least pitches were due on the 13th, and since then we've been going through the whole judging process and stuff like that. And we started this to one, bring the community together. When I say community, the whole entire Bitcoin community to come together. We partnered since the beginning. We partnered with different conferences and hackathons. The first one was Building for Africa. We managed that hackathon last year. It was a track on the first Legends of Lightning. Some really cool projects came out of that. It was really great to see people from all over the world hacking, having events and stuff like that. And that energy definitely showed up again this year. I was looking at the Adopting Bitcoin videos because there were some pitches happening there. And it was just like so cool to see that, I'm not there on the ground, but there's like in somewhere completely different, Legends of Lightning, things are happening, and projects are presenting live on stage, and you kind of feel disconnected from it when you're behind the computer managing the like everything virtually. You guys are all amazing. And where Bolt Fun has come in the past 2 years, it's been incredible. And I think we've had some big impact in the ecosystem as well. So that's a pat on my back, and the teams as well, of course. Teamwork makes the dream work. But a lot of this would not have been possible without the continued support from Fulgur. They've always sponsored our prizes and supported us in advice and stuff like that for what we're doing. Just putting it out there, we're not a funded company. We typically just look for sponsors from different companies or VCs or whatever that want to put on hackathons and stuff for us. And the space is small. And it's difficult to run a Bitcoin business, actually, or even figure out how to create a sustainable community. And any kind of support we get, it's super appreciated, but especially for the kind of trust that Fulgur has put in us. I can't thank Oleg, Michaela, Filippo, and the whole team over there enough. So if you guys are looking for turning your hackathon project into a startup, like officially and stuff like that, definitely reach out to Fulgur Ventures. That's fulgur.ventures. And reach out to them. I think we have a widget on the website for the office hours and stuff like that. Check them out. They funded some of the most critical projects in the space, and just again, check them out, and thanks so much, guys, for the support. We are Bolt Fun. We help people build on Bitcoin. We help people launch their dreams, and Bolt Fun in itself was a dream of mine to create this kind of like fun, exciting kind of what do you call it? experience, right? A burst innovation into the Bitcoin ecosystem, and yeah, that's just our slide. So as I mentioned, we started on the 5th of October, from the 9th to the 15th, actually a little after that, I think. We had educational programs. We typically, for all our tournaments, we want to encourage people who have not built a Bitcoin product or project before. We want to encourage them and enable them to be able to participate. Smaller time frames for hackathons and stuff do not allow people to learn as much, so we elongated the time and always have educational programs mixed in with like the hacking. You can start on the 5th of October, or you can start on the 15th after you kind of like understand some of the key components and stuff that we from the curriculum. Yep. What else? In numbers, we had 230. Actually, it's a bit more than this, but our calculations were off. But 237 makers, according to the widget. 69 different projects, 20 different workshops. We're giving out 2.5 Bitcoin. All that's sponsored by Fulgur. It's about 110K in fiat right now. Amazing. We had about 5 partner conferences. That was TabConf, Thunderbuild, Adopting Bitcoin, FastConf, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing one more. Damn it. But anyway, and the Indonesia Bitcoin Conference as well. We also have kind of like relationships and stuff with different hubs and communities around the world. We had about 3 of them. Atlanta showed up in a big way, did some super amazing hacking and events, social events, and various different events during the course of the last 2 months. Also, there were teams coming out of Pleb Lab, and we were working out of Hub 21 in Belgrade. What we always say is fun is mandatory, and there was an infinite amount of fun here. A testament to creating a experience and environment that allows people to share their knowledge and innovate. I guess it can be stressful with the amount of time and the kind of like, you want to get the prize and compete, but I keep hearing a lot of people say, like I've learned so much from like during the past 2 months. So and they're coming back to participate in our tournaments. So I think that's an infinite amount of fun. The first prize for the legend is going to be 1 Bitcoin. Now we don't have second and third really. We just have like 2 runners up. The slide's wrong, but that's going to be 0.5 Bitcoin each for the runners up. We are also going to have a separate award ceremony later this week for 0.125 BTC. I will give more information on that a bit later. Today, we are only going to be announcing the legend and the runners-up, right? And without further ado, who's ready for it? Everyone ready? Oh, shout out to Bitcoin Miami Grove. Sorry about that, Dave. I apologize. Okay, so that should be 4 different communities then. It's difficult to keep track. You guys need to like tell me and post about it. Come on, right? But yeah. All right, let's go into it. I think the next slide is one of the runners up. Let's see if I'm correct. Oh no, we're going for judges first. Hey, you gotta keep people on their toes, right? Yes, this is important. So our judging process, what does that look like? Judges score the various projects. They look at the demos. They look at the pitches. They try to test out the projects. Of course, not every time your project's going to be working in production. We understand that. That's why your pitch video is super important for us as well. And like what you write up and say about your project. We had Oleg from Folger Ventures, Moritz from Albi, Roy from Breeze, John Carvalho from Synonym, Lisa from Base 58, Giacomo from Plan B, Max Webster, Christoph Ono from Bitcoin Design, Elise from Stillmark, Mike from Lightning Ventures, and of course, yours truly from Peak Shift. So the judges score on a scale from 1 to 10 all of the projects, and we kind of like tally things up. Not all projects have to be scored. Not all seven of the criteria, which is here, have to be scored by each judge. So we have like an opt-out kind of system, right? So it's that's just to say it's a very long process to do the judging. It's quite critical. A lot of people have put a lot of work into what they're doing. We're trying to fairly distribute the funds. We have relationships with people in the ecosystem. So like Folger, for example, they have capital. We create the environment to enable people to build, and then get to distribute that capital to projects and teams that want to build sustainable things, right? So that sustainability is a really big part of what we do. We want to see things that are lasting in the ecosystem, not just like built and then thrown away, because as cool as it is, it doesn't provide that much value in the long run. It's good to have something that you just like experiment with, which is like perfectly great. But and we have smaller hackathons and stuff for learning and experimenting. But Legends of Lightning specifically is especially for building sustainable things, and we really want to see things sustainable. You never know where it can go, though, right? That's the risk, But at least if you're betting on yourself, we want to bet on you, basically. All right, I think the next one is the runner-up. So drum roll, everyone. The runners-up are Resolver, a P2P bounty marketplace integrated with integrated dispute resolution. This was a very interesting project. You are the winner of 0.5 Bitcoin and the runner-up for the Legend of Lightning. I don't know if Dave or any of the team members are there. If you guys want to hop on in the StreamYard, come on in, and I'll get you up on here. The next runner-up for the Legend Prize, the legendary prize, is, drumroll, USDP by 1010one. Another very, very incredible project. I think this is quite significant, especially with all what's happening in the custodial space in the Bitcoin ecosystem right now. And we do need to invest more in non-custodial tools, and this team is doing some really amazing work pushing that non-custodial tooling and user experience. So yeah, really, really fantastic. And also, it's kind of funny, and I think this is a good lesson for everyone here. 1010one didn't participated with the base of their application in the first Legends of Lightning. They didn't make it to they didn't win a prize at that point. But the team kept on. They kept on building. It's a year later, and they're truly, like the UX for what they've done, the polish of what they've done, and everything else around forming a business. It's just something to really be proud of. And admire. So this tournament isn't just about winning the money, and I hope, although we do the biggest hackathons and the biggest prizes and the most participation and stuff like that, it's not just about that. It's about sustainability and building something big and lasting. It's not gonna just like happen like straight away, and you're not gonna necessarily see success straight away. You gotta keep with it. So we got Dave from Resolver and Aaron as well. Oh, why am I so busy? Hey there, guys. Hey there, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Guys, congratulations.
Wow, this is very incredible. Very humbling.
Yeah, very humbling. So many cool projects out there that definitely deserves it too. But yeah, thrilled with the award there, and huge thanks to our team, without which we wouldn't have built anything cool. So yeah, they really earned this one.
Well, I think you guys definitely embodied je ne sais quoi in this tournament, and even hey, yes, we see you. Hey, your dad just won 0.5.
We got little resolvers running around.
Little resolvers. That's great. But yeah, truly amazing work, and like what you guys are building. We spoke at depth last week about these dispute systems and what it could be. This is cute, by the way. This is a moment right here. But we spoke about like what it could be, and yeah, I'm just like very impressed with what you guys are doing, and I hope you guys keep on and build something sustainable and carry on the mission. And it's kind of interesting as well because we have Mr. Philip here, another runner-up. Hey,
let's go! Congratulations, Philip.
Congratulations to you as well, guys.
Thanks.
Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, likewise.
Amazing. How you feeling, Philip? How does this feel?
Excited.
You're excited?
Finally.
Finally.
Second try. But Johns, I already wrote it on YouTube. We're gonna be there next year as well, so count on us.
Dude, honestly, I really appreciate it. It is super meaningful. You guys are building stuff, but I'm also building, so just try to build stuff too, So yeah, no, seeing I want to see Resolver where you guys are at, next year, and
yeah,
then you
and we need to work with Philip and 10-10-1 because we've been, on our roadmap is DLC, escrow, dispute resolution. So we've been following you guys really closely and seeing how you're using DLCs, and hopefully we can scale it up to Lightning in a way that makes sense. But the product you guys put out for this hack is amazing, and we've got long-term plans on the roadmap for USDP denominated disputes.
Awesome, let's do it.
Non-custodial, it is so critical, so very critical. Again, the environment now is not very friendly to custodialship and stuff like that. So it's very important that we, especially when you're building in a hackathon and stuff like that for, let's try to win the prize. It's easy to just say, let's put it in a database and stuff like this, So people who are working on non-custodial thing, I think that this deserves a special round of applause. So amazing work. Are you guys gonna stay tuned for finding out who the legend is?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Let's do it. Come on.
How do I do this? All right. So the legend of Lightning for this year is, that's a run-up. Damn, I'm really bad at building. It's late, guys. I'm sorry. It's late. The legend is Bitcoin Connect. So the Bitcoin Connect team, they worked on this open source developer tool that pretty much anyone knowing a bit of HTML. Hey, whoa, that's cool. You see, I need to do that. God damn, your production value is way higher than mine. This is something else that is going to I believe have like some big impact in the space for just like allowing people to integrate a Lightning functionality into their websites and stuff. One of, I don't know if he's around here, Rene. If you're around, or anyone on the team, please hop in the stream. But when we started Bolt Fun, we wanted our first hackathon was called Shock the Web. It lasted for a week. We had the same educational kind of like things going on, but it was focused on getting people to not just build wallets alone. I'm sorry, Philip. You're building a different kind of wallet. Relax, okay? It's different wallet. It's a different wallet. You just need to add context there, and then we'll talk about that though, right? But you know, people were just like in the Bitcoin design, just building wallets all the time, right? And I'm like, Bitcoin can do so much more. We need to kind of like, if you didn't have to think about the wallet, think about all the other stuff that you could do. So we were promoting kind of like WebLN and stuff like that, because if you have the extension, then you just get to work on the use case, right? And you're not having to build out a whole accounting system and all that. That takes a lot of time. And we see from other things happening in the ecosystem how rolling accounting systems ain't that easy, you know, balance checks and all. So what we saw on that first that first Shock the Web hackathon was that we had people who never built on Bitcoin before, right? Never built a Lightning app before, didn't even know like about Bitcoin or whatever. They were, you know, able to use some JavaScript libraries and build a small hackathon project, right? And some of these people, I'm gonna say it, Rene. Congratulations, guys.
Hey, everyone. Thanks very much.
Hey.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Rene, I hope you don't mind if I tell the story, but you guys, you got into the industry, like working in the industry through that first hackathon, wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, it's quite some time back already, but yeah, back then I was like building, I think, the first hackathon, it was this like stupid little widget, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah,
look at you now.
it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, all these hackathons, all these projects. I feel humbled to be here.
No, amazing. And yeah, your journey has also been quite amazing. Roland as well. God, like, I don't know if we should have some disqualifiers, because Roland was on a team last year that won. So I don't know.
Well,
we'll see.
Rene too, actually. But
but really amazing work that you guys are doing. I don't know, like, what do you got to say? You got to do your acceptance speech now.
I guess I could start. Bolt Fun brought me into working in Bitcoin full time. So this is a really amazing opportunity. And I think with Bitcoin Connect, we can bring this to the masses, you know, bring it to more developers, you know, expand to different platforms, native apps, game engines, all these things, where right now only these Web3, you know, APIs and Web3 projects exist. And that's why some developers go to those tools rather than using Bitcoin. So I think we have an amazing opportunity here, and with Bitcoin Connect, that can be the blueprint for further development going forward.
Amazing work, guys. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how at future hackathons and stuff, people start using Bitcoin Connect and stuff. You know, every now and then Rene, you said stupid widget. Every now and then I'm browsing some Bitcoin blog or whatever, and I see this donation button, this donation widget, and I'm like, how is it here? Like,
I just wanted to say exactly the same. Like, I found it on like because I'm active on BTC Map as well, tagging, you know, merchants on the maps, and I found like some very obscure website that probably no one lands on, and there was Rene's widget there. So
yeah,
it's not the stupid widget.
Exactly, it's not. And by the way, guys, this widget it's just like this HTML widget that you put your Lightning address in, and it allows people to donate. And that's how simple our initial hackathon projects were at Shock the Web. This was 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago now. And, people weren't as much like understanding like the crazy stuff that Resolver is doing in the web and stuff like that, with Nostr and all that. People weren't doing that 2 years ago. Like that wasn't being done, so to see where like, USDP, dispute resolution, DLC, blah, 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 is happening. It's quite amazing. I want to thank you guys, you all for participating. We will have an award ceremony later this week. We're going to announce it. We have 4 more prizes to give out. I think that is 0.5 BTC, so still a lot of money up for grabs, and we will be announcing those soon. It is in the field of Bitcoin finance. It is also the UX award, the education and community award, and the P2P award. So stay tuned for that later this week. Thank you all so very much for your amazing work and contribution to pushing Bitcoin forward. And also congratulations on building your dreams as well. All right, let's play this really expensive promo video that I had made. Take care, guys.